and I sort of get hooked.
You get romantic obsession, it's called.
People have argued that this is a self-hating device. I'm not. I'm a very out person.
I don't. Well, again, that's being a little blunt to it all. I think there are many dynamics in here, and for instance, I was surprised when the young men who I had in the studio here, when I said, "Well, gay men aren't interested in straight men," oh, they went, "What? No. We love straight men. We love to be able to get a guy in bed that says he's straight, and oh God, that is such a turn on for us. No, we definitely pursue straight men, but then I say to them, they're not really straight.
Well, right.
You obviously are picking up something in them that is gay, but they just haven't they haven't identified it. But again, denial is one of the biggest things. Even with 12-step programs, which means that people who are alcoholic or drug addicted, they're in denial. They are in denial. I'm not a drug addict. I'm not this. I'm not that. And all my children are not gay. This is our parents going through denial, refusing to believe.
Oh God. Intellectually, I understand that completely. Mm-hmm. But like you just said, though, because the trick for me was he's in denial, but I feel I know the truth,
Of course you do.
And then I'm in this foreign country.
You want to help him.
Well, do as the Romans do. So that was my thing.
Did you watch Three Coins in a Fountain? Coins in the Fountain with the three women, American girls that go into Italy and they found love with the Italians.
Would that have helped me?
Well, it would have just added to your romantic fantasy.
I watched it.
It all ended
Roman
up
Spring of Mrs. Stone, and that
was bad.
It's a terrible movie.
She dies in that, doesn't she? At the end,
Beatty.
Yeah,
it's beautiful in that movie.
Oh, of course, he was, and unquestionable about his sexuality.
Oh, is that true? Am I learning something today?
Well, again, there was always. I think it might be also fueled by gay men's desire for certain actors.
Oh yeah.
And he was beautiful. I mean, and he. His sister, Warren Beatty's sister, Shirley MacLaine, has certainly had the success as did he. But there's so many. We've talked about celebrities who are gay and those who are out and those who are not.
Well, I'm leaving today thinking that's possible, which I never thought of Warren.
Possible.
Okay.
I mean, I would say that, again, when you're that beautiful and you're in Hollywood, they're most likely that you had some, we call it dalliance, experience
yes.
with, and probably full out, experience. I mean, I'm a gay man, but I was engaged to a woman, and I was sexual and all that with her, and in fact, she was, she thought she was pregnant for a moment there, and I had several other women that I was sexual with, but not always successful, because it's not, that's who I am. I'm gay. I appreciate the gay.
When I was younger, I had the girlfriends, but I never was able to.
No, I went further because women wanted to go further, and some women wanted to prove themselves. Like, look at me, I can get this guy who's gay to have sex with me, and look at me, I'm a real. For whatever reasons they did.
To be able to go through.
Well, they were beautiful girls. They were beautiful women. So I always find that with women. There's nothing more beautiful than the nape of a woman's neck and the hair when it goes to the shoulders. I
love women, but I've never noticed
beautiful.
That. Okay.
But again, with men, there's so much more that you can still have that with a man too. And because I'm from the 70s and 80s, and guys used to have their hair long.
Right.
So that you had that experience too. I remember, we were sharing memories in the car, and I was like, all these stories, and
telling you.
I know, but my lives were not as unrequited as you.
Well, but and I wanted to go back to that because the thing was, I do understand all this, and I keep saying, I am a proud gay man, and I'm out. But what happened was my heart got involved, and that was great. I mean, in retrospect, I don't regret the 3 years at all. By the way, I was living in Rome. I had lovely experiences.
Were you working?
I was writing.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay.
And I was on my computer.
How did you support yourself?
Well, the thing was,
it's not a cheap country.
No, it's not at all.
No.
I saved money before I went, so I had a certain amount. I thought I'd be there 3 months, but I had my computer, and I do writing assignments, and I do graphic assignments, so I was able to do that from home. But I was doing anything, all for this love. I was scrambling around, making sure I could stay there. and I worked
Did
it
he
out.
appreciate that?
He did. No. He's not even a
Did he
criminal
pay
in the
bills?
story.
Did he help you with money?
No, I would never get involved in that. That's not my thing at all. No.
Helping you out once in a while as a friend. I mean, if he's a romantic partner in a sense.
Well, meaning just in the small ways of certain nights, he had more money than me, so he paid for the drinks. But I would never.
Okay.
No, that would be another play. So no, that was not the case.
So what happened if you found some handsome Italian that wanted to go home with you?
But I mean, I did. Well, as time went through, I would be there, and I was trying not to be stupid, and I had to show him that I'm not an idiot. And when that would happen, I did date around, and there were occasional.
Did he get jealous?
Visits. Yes.
Good.
In that Italian, sexy
Which
way.
you love, yes.
Which only
Nothing like a jealous Italian.
It fed.
Scary, though.
It fed the whole thing.
Yeah.
It made it even more wild. Anyway, just to
and
be
you
clear,
made it, and also reinforced your intention of continuing this relationship.
It kept showing me that he really did care about me, and that something might happen. But
you're not going to tell us if something happened.
No, because
you
that's
want
the
us to come see
spirit
the
of
play.
the show. That will be next year, by the way. I did that already. It was a huge hit at the New York. No,
where is it playing right now? Would you tell your audience?
Okay, not that play. That play is called Garbo.
Okay, Garbo.
That was a huge hit at the Times Square International Theater Festival last year. Okay. I'm doing it again early spring.
Oh.
You can go to my Twitter at Joe Gulla, JoeGulla. But right now I'm doing The Bronx Queen, which is the story of my life, which I'm doing on Theater Row, United Solo Festival. They invited me back. Last year I won Best Comedic Script, which, by the way, is a joke in itself because it's the story of my life, and they awarded it Best Comedic Script.
Well, that should tell you something.
You are coming. I'm not going to give out the date, so your following's not going to stalk you, but
that would be very nice. I like being stalked.
It's me growing up as an Italian boy in the Bronx. Mm-hmm. That experience is, there are plenty of stories about that. But what I do is I elevate it because I talk about some of the things you talked about, gay shame, my experience with it. I'm very direct. Some say very poignant about it. I tell very funny stories about my family that are all true. Mm-hmm. So there's a lot of laughter in the audience. And then when I get to those stories about how I felt growing up as a gay man, there's a lot of tears. I'm very proud that I'm able to bring all those emotions around. My relationship with my dad, which is always a pretty heavy thing in general, but the Italian straight guy with his gay son, the firstborn Italian, drama, comedy. And I also marry it into, I had an acquaintance who committed suicide. So I touch on how all of that can be brought to something so dire.
And he was gay?
He was gay. And as I repeat in the show, his name was Joe as well. So I do a juxtaposition of two Joes, Italian, from the Bronx, and for no right or wrong reason, one of them survived, is able to be here today, talk about that, put it together in my head, and one of them died.
Gone.
Yeah, by his own hand.
Joe and I were talking in the car. I'm from the 70s, 80s, and the 90s, and the age generation, and as I've shared in here before, I've lost as many people as I was old. And so you're fortunate that you didn't have that.
I don't think enough people talk about what that did to the survivors. I mean, clearly it was sad for the families that lost people and the people that died of AIDS.
Right.
But when I see someone like you with a great attitude and you're ticking off the names of ex-lovers and friends, there's not enough said about it. Not that people should be so macabre, and I do hate when everything is always gay and has to be something negative attached to it, like AIDS or whatever.
No, gay, really, the word gay, being happy. Like, I saw this wonderful movie, Marigold Hotel. I don't know if you saw it.
No.
When she finds out that Tom Wilkinson is gay, she says, "Does that mean happy?"
I have to keep exactly.
And he goes, "No, I like
Exactly.
So
we have to bring it back to that.
Yes,
and
we do.
I am doing that in my show, by the way, because it's not a sob story. It's not a pity me story at all. It's reality about what happened, but it's about what I chose to do about that information.
Right.
And I think I just met you, but you seem to have done that too. That meaning you're not walking around negative and telling, you're sharing your real stories, but You're
Right.
putting a positive twist, even by the work you're doing.
Right. Well, that's the idea, and this is why. But I need to finish my book, and this is what I've been taking.